If you're in no contact with somebody and you want to make them instantly miss you and reach out to you, use this method. Don't ask me how this works, but it works every single time. You're
I wonder why it works every single time.
going to be using the law of thought transmission. So you're going to be assuming that they are missing you like crazy right now. They realize that they are missing out right now. They are
Oh, hell
experiencing
no.
major FOMO when it comes to not being around you and losing access
If you do this, don't tell people you watch my channel. If you apply anything that this little girl is saying, don't tell people you watch my channel because this is ridiculous.
to you. You're just going to spend your day simply thinking, I know that they miss me like crazy. I know they're thinking about me all the time. I know that they're going to reach out to me. Why wouldn't they? And then you just
Why
drop
wouldn't
it like
they?
you confidently.
Next, we're not gonna watch this one. Next, no, we're not gonna watch this.
If you want a man to miss you, there must be something in his life that reminds him of you when you're not with him. For example, when you're with him in the car and you're driving somewhere, listen to the radio and pick out a few songs you like and sing them out loud, so that when he's not with you and he listens to the same songs, he will be reminded of you.
That works, but they have to have an emotional connection for them to actually be reminded of you. You can't just do this and all of a sudden people can't stop thinking of you obsessively. It has to be something that they have to have a connection for them to have the excuse to look at a fucking teddy bear that reminds him of you. So it just cannot happen with anyone or anything, right? So this is why some stalkers become stalkers because they think they could just magically create this by giving them something. And it's like, it reminds me of the George episode that he left something in the girl's apartment as an excuse to come back, you know. And it's like he said he'll be on his mind, on her mind every time she sees that, and it actually worked. But that's a fucking show, you know. Do this on anyone who doesn't like you back, they'll think you're creepy.
Or you could wear a signature perfume and before you leave his house, spray a little bit on his favorite hoodie, so that when he wears it,
I thought she was gonna say spray a little bit on him. What are we doing, voodoo? Brother, people are legit borderline doing voodoo nowadays.
he will be reminded of you. And this one is very important. Don't be so available. Don't text him all the time. And definitely don't ask him when you're going to see him again. Please don't send him endless text messages with random information about you going for coffee with a girlfriend, or that you went to the gym, or that you didn't sleep well last night. What's there to miss when you tell him every little detail about yourself? There's no mystery. And the last one is the most important one. There must be a certain playfulness about you. Because life is so serious. Everybody is busy with problems and obligations. A man is supposed to work and be serious all day. But when he comes home, he would love to have some fun with his girl. So if you can be that girl who doesn't take life so
Playful but not weak, you know.
To
My
not let
man.
him think he has you, to get him to miss you, he's being told, you know what, if she's acting like this, pull back, fall back, so that she will start missing you.
I've been saying that. I teach guys, and this is what they teach. But what I learned is that the one who likes the other one more is the one that eventually gives in. Like it comes down to that. The one who likes the other one.
You see what's going on here? He's gonna now react with his own game playing in many cases, or he will dive deep into a pool of insecurity. And I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it. For a lot of situations, a lot of men, those insecurities end up making them look very feminine, very soft. Maybe we'll even use
swear to God,
weak.
I
We use the
wasn't even
word
timing
weak.
this.
He'll look weak in some of your eyes. It'll actually become unattractive. And though, yes, he needs to get to a place where he doesn't allow himself to dive so deep into insecurity that it ends up looking like that. But let's face it, you not essentially matching his energy, you not pouring back into him and giving him that feeling of, I want you as much as you want me, it's going to start to pull the wrong things out.
That's true.
And this is going to be the reoccurring.
Some victories are losses, right? Like lose a battle to win the war. In other words, sometimes winning in every and gaining the power in your relationship completely is a loss. Completely a loss. Because you're not considering the other person's masculinity, the other person's reaction to your power moves. Sometimes it's better to strategically lose, to sometimes look strategically weaker when you consistently win on top. You know what I mean? People have egos.
Thing with all these I'm going to mention to you, but I'll break each one of them down. When you're dealing with the right person, these tactics will do more harm than good. So
Exactly.
it doesn't serve you the purpose you think it will.
Oh,
All right, ladies, I know this video has a very catchy title, 5 secret tips to make him miss you like crazy. But before I dive in,
that's the whole video.
all right, ladies, I know
Hey,
this.
There you go.
3 ways to make any guy miss your absence, part 8.
All right,
I got
Papa
a
Chulo, let's
tip
see what
for
you have to
y'all.
say.
I'm telling you right now, like, if y'all watch this
Honestly, I get very like weary of good-looking people giving dating advice. To be honest with you,
whole video, y'all are gonna be so surprised on the tips that I'm about to give you that will make any guy miss your absence. Literally miss you
Hurry
in
up, Poppy.
seconds. Number 1, we're gonna start off super simple. Before you even try to make a guy miss your absence, you have to make sure that he still cares, that he even care in general. I feel like most of y'all try to make a guy miss your absence and it doesn't work because he doesn't care. That's why it's not working. Like, it's
True.
not working because my tips doesn't work.
No matter how much you try to convince someone to eat burgers, if they don't like burgers, you will never convince them. Like the person has to like you. The worst thing is trying to convince someone who will never like you. It's it's not first of all, it's not personal. It's your obsession to get someone to like you. You have to realize that if somebody doesn't like you from the start, back off and don't try so much. It might actually work better.
Because he doesn't care. So if you want to see if he cares, listen, when every guy stalks the
You got lip gloss or something, man? Oh Lord, P Diddy.
Instagram, especially when you guys are in no contact or if he's just missing your absence, that man is going to be stalking your Instagram to see what you're doing, to see what you're posting, everything. Seeing literally everybody that's new that you follow, all of that. So this is how you find out. Click share, hit Instagram direct, a list is going to pop up. If he is on that list, that means you good. That means he cares. So y'all can go ahead and watch the rest of this video. We'll literally show you what it is and how to do it, that it works. Like, literally it works 100% of the time. It will work. And number 3, ladies, do not be an open book. And when I say this,
And this is very true. A lot of bipolar women, a lot of women who are neurodivergent, diverge too much. No pun intended.
I'm like, okay, if you want a guy to really miss your absence, you have to start doing things that you know he would never think of you to do. You get what I'm saying? Like,
No, I don't.
let's say, for instance, you are somebody that never would go to the gym, and then
Oh,
you just start
okay.
going to the gym like
Mhm.
crazy. Or you're somebody that never like read books, and then you just start reading books like crazy.
You give his dating advice a D. No, fuck that. It's a little C.
This is how to get him to miss you. Girls, you're going to want to click save and take notes, and guys,
Oh, but here we
confirm.
go. Another pretty girl giving dating advice. Again, people, I am not going to discriminate against people, but it's just pretty young girls, pretty young guys. What do they know? What do they know? What do they know? They don't even know how it is to feel jealous because they have everything. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like it's a little difficult for them to relate to the norm.
In the comments. Number 1, you know what you're going to go and get yourself? A signature. But not the autograph kind, we're not a fangirl. You need a signature scent, okay? Just one, and use it repeatedly whenever you're around him. That way, over time, he's subconsciously going to associate this smell with you. And if he happens...
Yeah, listen to me. The association of smells and sights and gifts is only created when you have an emotional connection with the person. And this happens through 1, natural chemistry. You can't do nothing about it. Or 2, through some of the strategies. This shit does not work. This TikTok dating advice is truly I don't know what else is. Just keep listening.
happens to smell that again when he's not with you, guess who it's going to remind him of and miss dearly? It's you, bitch, it's you. Number 2 is the clingy meter, and you need to be sitting at a comfortable 3 to 5. Not ridiculously needy, but he still needs to know that you want him. How do you do that, you ask? Be yourself, be independent, and show him you don't need him. I'm telling you, guys don't like an overly dependent girl, but a girl who's confident, busy, has her own shit together, and chooses to make him a part of her life. That, girlies, is how you keep him there after you've secured the bag. Because he's going to miss you when you're busy and naturally want to be a part of your schedule. And number 3 is the most important. Whenever you're with him, let your hair down and have fun.
All right, people. This is the thing: is that a lot of these people give dating advice not based on experience. They're just thinking what sounds cute. It's rarely based on reality, rarely based on wisdom acquired through trial and error. You know? Now, from time to time, you have good ones out there, but for the most part, most people just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You know? I listen to this guy.
Miss you is to create memorable experiences. Are you a spontaneous woman? Do you every now and then like to surprise him and do something completely out of the ordinary? Maybe you plan a trip and you don't share the location at first to build up some mystery. Or maybe he gets to your place and suddenly you're wearing something sexy that he hasn't seen before. When you create experiences like this, they usually spark positive feelings of joy and adventure, so he will associate you with those emotions and start to miss you when you're not around. Okay, number 2 is to choose one specific.
Okay, that's enough, people. What's up with this? Look, I understand the whole theory behind it, but it's not the thing that makes people miss you. And any sensory memory is only activated when you genuinely like the person and you want to see them again. If there's no liking, I don't give a fuck how much scent you give that person. They're not going to think of you. It's just not. You got to think it's more a psychological thing and a natural thing. They'll see you, they like you, over time, they develop a chemistry with you. And when you're not there one day, they realize they miss you, right? And then systematically, because the missing is already there, from time to time, you can enhance it by pulling away for a prolonged period of time, coming back, and then all of a sudden, you look like you just came back from the grave. You gotta be able to use the psychological game of attraction, like that's actually one of my courses, and not assume that just fucking scent. That doesn't work that way, people. I could promise you, even if you don't have a scent, if they spend long enough time with you and they like you, they'll start to pick up on a scent that you don't even know it's there. That's how that works, people. And these TikTokers, they're out of control. They're worse than Matthew Hussey.